We're racing as Cleetus McFarland on NASCAR 25 from Bristol Motor Speedway here, as he is included in the ARCA roster in the number 30 Ford Mustang. We're taking him to the high banks of Bristol Motor Speedway as we try to get him a victory, or, well, wherever we can hopefully maybe finish in the top 10, top 15. I'd be pretty content with that as we were rolling onto the pit lane, getting ready to qualify here now as we're going to head out onto the racetrack. If you're a Cleetus McFarland fan, you want to race him in a NASCAR game, this is the perfect opportunity here on NASCAR 25 as we go onboard roof cam action here for qualifying. Now ripping right up against the outside wall here as Bristol, such a fun racetrack, and it's a lot of fun as well in NASCAR 25. I found right off the bat as we go down the front straightaway to complete our qualifying lap, putting Cleetus McFarland P9 with a 16.368. We're going to be doing a 50-lap race, and you're not going to miss a single lap of it. We're going to dive into every single lap, raw gameplay from start to finish now, as you see the little pre-race cinematic as we were getting ready to put this Ford Mustang on the racetrack. ARCA can be a bit of a wild series. You're going to see some crashes throughout this race as well that spice the race up, and definitely something we're going to have to be aware of now as we get ready to go racing now. And the green flag is officially out, and we're racing here from the 9th starting position. Cleetus McFarland, Bristol Motor Speedway, 50 laps here now from start to finish now. As right off the bat you see the AI kind of fighting for the top two lanes there, rolling the momentum, and then immediately into turn 3 see some drivers kind of fan out towards the inside lane. You can find speed on either part of the racetrack. If you want to run the bottom, you can very much do that. If you want to run the top, you can do that as well. The top, though, is where all the momentum is going to be. So if you want to pass, it's pretty difficult to make passes on the inside, and I was finding that out pretty quick here as we run P10 just behind Andy Jankowiak. Now we got Zachary Tinkle just behind myself now as we exit turn 2, already 2 complete laps in, coming to 3, and you can see as I continue to run the bottom, that 73 not making things easy as we roll through the center of the corner off turn 4, and the momentum is all on the outside right now. But you know, you're not at a significant disadvantage on the inside, so that's a lot of fun, is the fact that, you know, you can at least still hold your ground when you're running the bottom lane, and that's important just for kind of the fun aspect of this racetrack now as we continue to kind of try and just work slowly at it, getting past Jankowiak. But I was finding very quickly, I'm like, okay, this is not going to be an easy task. So you see me migrate up to the outside, just kind of get a bit of a reset here, making sure I'm not going to be under attack from the car behind, as I'm just waiting for an opportunity to get a run, dive back down to the inside. You could maybe go for a slide job, but to do a slide job at Bristol, you pretty well have to be even with the front nose of the car on your outside going into the corner, and I have not even been close to that yet. So if we want to do a slide job, we've still got some more work to do as we continue on looking on the inside. You see cars up ahead actually making the inside work as well. So the AI, they really do a good job of moving around, but also being able to carry that consistent speed as well as we continue working on Jankowiak, and I just cannot make it happen. And we've got some pressure coming from cars behind that is starting to work their way forwards as well. That's Caleb Costner that's working his way up to P11 as I jump back down to the inside once more. Can we make it happen side by side with the 73? No, that Mustang gets to run off the top of lane again, and now I jump back up in line behind him, nearly into the back of him as he's right up against the outside wall, peeking at the left rear. Can't quite make anything happen as we head into turn number 3, and just really relentlessly working at trying to pass this 73 car, but it's just not happening right now. So just being patient. We've got 41 laps to go in this race. We're probably going to see some cautions now as we lean on the door of that 73. Can't make it happen still now, as we are just going to stay content with just trying to make this inside work. Eventually you would think it has to give, right? But I don't know. It's not happening right now, as here comes Lawless Allen working his way through the field. He is now to my left rear. He actually might be passing us as I crack the outside wall on the exit of turn 2. That kills the momentum, and now we're under attack from Lawless Allen as we now commit to that top lane. But Allen's got a lot of speed in that number 20 Toyota Camry right now, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold him back, as I'm nearly into the outside wall again as we exit turn 2. Now the 11 of Zachary Tinkle to the inside as well into turn number 3, and we're starting to fall back a few positions. Around goes the 20 right in front of us. We're involved. Caution's gonna fly. Damage done to the number 30 Ford Mustang, and we're going to have to pit and get repairs. We're going to take 4 tires and fuel, nowhere to go, as we're going to come in and get some tires and fuel and repairs and start from the back of the field. Not going to be easy to work our way through traffic, but yeah, what an interesting start to this race, to say the least. And sometimes when the AI crashes, you just saw, I mean, you've got nowhere to go, and you just have to deal with the consequences of someone else's error or tire failure, etc. Now as Isabella Robusto actually leads here now, as we're going to take the green flag, and well, now we're dead last position, so some work to be done, to say the least. Now as we're going to come to the start-finish line, and we've got a little over 30 laps to go, 35 to be exact now, and I feel like that's not the first caution, or sorry, that's not going to be the last caution that we see. It's certainly going to be the first one, but I think we're not done crashing here in this race, and that's something that can hopefully help us out now, is now we've really got to commit to making the inside work. So we're going to continue just rolling here. We can go 3 wide if we need to as well. I mean, we got to get aggressive if we're going to get McFarland through this field. Now, as you can see us peeking the nose out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. And I mean, still that middle lane, that outside lane, they are able to roll that momentum off the corner. But I mean, we're making a little bit of progress here now. And we also do have a little bit of a fresh tire advantage here, not by much now, as the tires hadn't worn out very much by the time we had gotten involved in that accident. So it will make a little bit of a difference, but just, yeah, overall not a whole lot. And as the race goes on, that tire advantage will continue to fade, and it will basically become even again with the cars around us. But nonetheless, now we're starting to make some headway here, passing for 37th, 36th. That 71 is on his way forward as I go for a bit of a slide there on the exit of turn 4. Fortunately able to keep the car facing the right direction and roll that momentum in that middle lane as we continue on here. Just taking my time, being patient now. And I mean, the AI, you can see they occupy the outside. They're all just like, yeah, we're going to go up here. We're going to roll the momentum. So if you are going to be in my position, if you want to make passes, this is where you've got to put your car to the inside, and you've just got to claw away. You've got to work at it, and eventually, as you can see, you're going to work your way forward, but it's going to be difficult. You're going to have to, of course, manage traffic. You're going to have to make sure if you're running back here, hope that the leaders aren't going to be running you down after, 25 laps or so, maybe putting you a lap down. So there's a lot of traffic management that really plays a role at this point now, but we're into the top 33 at this point and just slowly working at it now. But it's a lot of fun rolling this, just any lane in this track at Bristol. It's just so much fun driving here, and honestly the controller play on this game is absolutely fantastic. I gotta give a huge shout out to the development team of NASCAR 25, because the controller play is, I can safely say, the best controller play I've ever experienced in any NASCAR game so far. As now we've got trouble up ahead, someone spun around, caution's gonna fly. Let's see if we can gain a free spot or two. I think we got the 30th when the yellow came out. No, 31st, but the caution's out nonetheless, and we'll be going to stay out here and going right back into the green flag action, as once again another tire down right on the outside. Fortunately that time we were able to avoid him, but we've been right around both of the crashes so far here in this race. Nonetheless, we're going to go back racing here from Bristol, and on the inside, I would have honestly loved to be on the top so we can maybe roll some momentum a bit more, but a bit of a slow start there off the exit of 4, and we are already past halfway in this race here from Bristol. Lap 28 of 50 as we exit turn 2, right on the door of the car to my outside. As we head down into turn number 3, you can see someone's up there trying to go 3 wide and make it work. Now, I do love the AI in this game. They really get all over the place and try to make the lanes work. It's a lot of fun to watch. Now, there is some problems with the AI in this game as well that I have noticed, like such as damaged cars being extremely slow, and that is actually happening right now. The car that just crashed and another car got involved, so we have 2 slow cars that do not have their damage fixed, and they are going to be way off the pace. And the problem with that is the leaders and, well, everybody else, the entire field struggles to get past cars that are way off the pace. So that's something that needs to be worked on as soon as possible, because it's going to mess up a lot of races going forward, especially like longer races. So definitely hoping that the team is able to fix that as soon as possible. Now, as we're into the final 20 laps of racing at this point, and we have worked McFarland up into the top 27. Now those slow cars are going to be an opportunity for us when the field catches them to maybe gain a few positions here and there, maybe even a 5-position gain on the way if we can play our cards right now, as we have spent the majority of this race running the inside lane, but it's been working. I mean, we're still going forward here. There's Cole Raz in the number 76 now, as we're continuing to just kind of roll this bottom lane as we roll out of turn 2 side by side with that 76 as we head off into 3 and 4, feeling pretty confident that we might even be able to sneak a top 20 out of this now after being involved in that early accident. But you can see on the track map the leader is about to run down those 2 slower cars, so things are about to get interesting, and that's going to play a big role in the outcome of this race, not only for us but for the winner as well. As we're clear up top, we can actually finally slide in and get a hole and roll the momentum. When you jump up to the top, it kind of feels like you're just getting a bit of a reset moment. You kind of get to breathe for a second and then figure out your strategy for the next couple of corners, which you see me now diving up the inside again. The leader has run down the slower traffic. Here we go. Let's see how this is going to affect. They're on the outside lane, so anyone that's on the outside, which is a lot of cars, is going to be getting stacked up, and they're all going to be fighting to get down to the inside. Obviously, I'm going to take advantage. Here we go. You can see the checkup now, and there's the 2 slower cars just up ahead with 14 to go. We got 3 wide racing in front of us now, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6, 7 spots we're going to gain because of the slower traffic. Now passing the 31 of Rita Goulet, and there we go into the top 15. Thank you very much. We'll take the freebies now, and now it's maybe enough time for the field to get to those cars one more time, so we might still experience the same thing, and that could even maybe get us into maybe a top 10 position before this race comes to a close. But now we, of course, hit a bit of a reset of now being up into the top 15, and we have now gotten ourselves into the proximity of Brayton Laster. Huge shout out to Brayton Laster, awesome guy now, as we try to run him down into turn 3, and I feel like the fresh tires have been really showing up right here now as we reel in this 06, but obviously he's not giving me the bottom, or the top, sorry. So if I'm going to pass him, it's going to have to be right here on the bottom, and we're pretty even on the exit of turn 2. We should be able to clear him right here through 3 and 4 now, and we'll be able to slide in between the 06 and Tim Richmond right across the nose of Laster. He cut me a bit of a favor right there, as he could have definitely ran into the back of us now, but up into P14 with less than 10 laps to go at this point, running down now Tim Richmond as we head into turn 3. I think we're going to be able to get him as well, and hopefully we can go run down P12 after that now as we get to the back of that 27 Toyota Camry. A little shot to the back of him there as we roll into 1 and 2, and the leader is closing on those 2 slower cars one more time. The field will have to deal with it one more time before this race comes to an end now, as we're right on that left rear of the 27. Can we get the job done? Into turn 1, we sail it off into the corner. It's going to be close as we exit turn 2. We'll slide across this front nose. Thank you very much. Into P13. I don't know if we're going to be able to get any further. It's all going to depend on the traffic and getting through those 2 slower cars here over the next lap or so. As I crack the outside wall, Tim Richmond's actually jumped down to the inside lane. He's trying to fight back here and gain the position now as we'll continue wheel to wheel, and he's making the bottom work fairly well. He's at least able to get to my left rear, but now we stay clear and pretty comfortably ahead of that 27 as we actually get in the outside wall again on the exit of turn 4. There's the slower traffic, so we're gonna have to get down to the inside going into turn 3, but I've made a mistake. Too wide on the exit of the corner. Richmond up the inside. Now we've got to stay on the top, but hold on, check up, gonna get in line behind the 27. We should make an overall gain down this front straightaway. There's Caleb Costner, we'll pass him. The 71 as well, that's the slow car, and then we got trouble now in front of us. Someone spinning down the back straightaway, can't even see it because of the shade, and there they go, crashing to the inside. From P12, we're gonna stay out and get ready for what's gonna be NASCAR ARCA Series overtime here from Bristol, restarting on row 6 on the outside here. Now, can we gain anything in these final 2 laps of racing? Green flag is back out. 2 laps to go here from Bristol. What can we do now? As it's a bit of a sloppy start again from myself. Been struggling on the starts all episode long here as we exit turn 2 right up against the outside wall. It's all about carrying that momentum. Richmond trying to take the top. I kind of pushed through him a little bit and say no sir. 1 lap to go here from Bristol. We're wheel to wheel as we're right behind Ed Pomp. A bit of a shot to the back bumper of him as well. I mean, I've got nowhere to go at this point. point, 3 wide in front of us down this back straightaway for the final time, into 3 and 4, and we just have to accept 13th unless we can get the 10 coming to the checkered. Not gonna happen. 13th position for Cleetus McFarland after getting caught up in an accident early on. We rebound pretty well into a very respectable top 15 effort. William Sawalich gets the win at the end on the final restart over LeVar Scott. That's going to do it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching, and have yourselves a great day.